Pretty please, Kitsune Guuji. Welcome back, Almighty Shogun, says Yae Masako, who is kneeling on the ground respectfully. She's dressed in a red-white shrine-maiden outfit, her fluffy fox ears twitching slightly, and beneath them is a face that all look up to. You are back. I asked you to help patrol the territory half a month ago. How is it going then? Oops, I shouldn't ask about work when you've just returned. Well, as usual, are you going to have dinner first or take a bath first? Or do you prefer, what, as usual? You never greeted me this way when I came back in the past. Hearing my response, the figure dressed in red and white gives a content smile and goes on. I wanted to cheer you up a bit, seeing your tired face. Now I gotta get back to cooking. I made your favorite butter crab today. Yay, butter crab. My favorite butter crab. I, the Raiden Shogun, whose signature line is yay, and whose favorite food is butter crab, spend most of my time with, basically, there are only two kinds of people in my life. Nobodies, and the one with fluffy ears and a teasing voice. Yae Masako, Guuji of the Grand Kaminaru Shrine, descendant of Kitsune lineage, an eternity servant and friend. She goes by too many names to remember. In the eyes of the people of Inazuma, she is almost as unapproachable and unfathomable as I. Yet that very Yae Masako is intently watching the butter crab as it's being baked. Yes, simply put, I, the Raiden Shogun, am being looked after by Guuji Yae Masako. Before I knew it, I'd already got used to this way of life. Every time I just randomly swing my sword, she'll enthusiastically clap her hands and say, "Good girl." Every time I look for some snacks to go with Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power, she can always produce delicious milk tea and cake in no time. She carefully extinguishes every flicker of potential annoyance, as if she was maintaining eternity. For me, she is like a kitsune from the legend who grants every wish of mine. Butter crab is ready. Before enjoying the food, allow me to get back to our previous question about patrolling. Masako turns around, setting the steaming hot butter crab on the table, its scent soon permeating the room. But I can't bring myself to answer her question. To be honest, this is the reason why I'm so down today. Like I said, there are only Masako and other people in my world. All of them, except Masako, would do the same thing upon seeing me. They would bow to the ground in the most respectful manner and address me as Almighty Shogun. When I walk away, they then straighten up with a sigh of relief. It doesn't matter if they're someone's wife, father, boyfriend, or girlfriend. It doesn't matter if they're someone's boss, servant, or hero. They always put on the same face in front of me, one that exhibits the reverence and fear for the Almighty Shogun. Yet none know how I equally fear that very face of theirs. Who wouldn't? Just think about it. Thousands of people putting on the same face in your presence. That is why I rely so much on Masako. That is why I couldn't reject her request. Although I can't do it, I will always go out to work as long as she wants me to. To be honest, I don't know how to deal with those identical faces. Thousands of them. I don't want to, and I can't. As long as I get to avoid making contact with them, I don't mind being called a loser shogun. But still, although I don't mind that, I can't face Mikaso's question. Why are you so quiet, Almighty Shogun? Is it because you did nothing at all after walking out the Tenshukaku and then came back in the evening? There was not a trace of reprimand to be heard in Masako's voice, but that made me even more ashamed when facing her question. All right then. Rest is also important. I have other matters to attend to, so I excuse myself. Enjoy your fill of the crab. Masako turns around and leaves. Somehow, the butter crab today tasted like nothing. Soon I'll know why. The Almighty Shogun is invincible, but the invincible Almighty Shogun could be defeated by a cold. Not long after I ate the butter crab, I collapsed into bed with a severe headache. The pain is nothing, but something more grievous has happened. On any day, I could just rest my head on Masako's knees and fall asleep to her singing voice. But Masako isn't around today. My chamber feels icy cold, but my forehead feels fiery hot. This time, no one is sitting by my bedside. She has her own matters to attend to. She was not only my Kitsune, but also the Guuji of the shrine. Maybe she's very mad now, or perhaps she's wondering if it's worthwhile to spend so much effort on the shogun who always has the line, "Yay," upon her lips. With such a question in mind, I fall asleep. I have a dream, in which Masako is still wearing her signature smile, a tea bowl in hand. I brew this drink called Rainbow Aster. I just went to Rito and bought some calla lilies from Mondstadt. Mix them with the mint, and we have this drink that can cure your cold. Now, drink it. Perhaps because I am dreaming, I don't have the strength to brace myself up. Looks like you can't support yourself. Allow me. She feeds me the Rainbow Aster in a way that I never dared to imagine. I wake with a start, my head still reeling from the sheer shock of the scene just now. Masako is probably still mad at me for slacking off. It's just... why does it feel so sweet at the corner of my lips?